The day is finally here. November 10th is probably a normal November day to most people, but if you're a nerd like me, or if you're somebody that's into gaming, this is a day that you've been waiting for about a year now. So last year around this time, they released the idea that the next gen consoles will be released during winter 2020. At the time, I was like, that's a whole year from now. Talk to me about it next November. And so quickly, the time has already come. I've got the Xbox Series X right here in front of me. You've probably already seen a bunch of unboxings for the Xbox Series X, but you haven't seen an unboxing from me. So that's why this one's a little bit different. I'm gonna unbox it, go through everything that you've probably already seen. There's a little bit of a hiccup though. I didn't purchase any games for the Xbox Series X because there's not really a lot of games that are out there right now. So there's Call of Duty. I think in a few days there's going to be NBA 2K. Those are the kind of the games that I play. There's Assassin's Creed. I don't really play that, but that's a game that you can purchase. So I can unbox this here for you. I can plug it up to the TV, but I don't have any games to play. I can play my old Xbox games. I just got FIFA 21, so I'll see if I can download it on here, but I don't know if it's the next gen version. I think FIFA's next gen version comes out next month. So a little bit of backstory on why I decided to go with an Xbox. I've been a PlayStation person all of my life. My brothers love PlayStation. All my friends love PlayStation. I love PlayStation. Last year, Black Friday, I got an Xbox just because it was $100 cheaper than the PlayStation at the time. This year, for the pre-orders, I tried to pre-order a PlayStation, but within like 5 minutes, I think they were sold out, and I had zero luck getting one. Even for the Xbox pre-orders, these things sold out within seconds. I remember it was supposed to release at 10 a.m. on September something. I was at my computer 9:55 waiting. I had 10 different tabs open for different websites. Right when 10 a.m. hit, I went to check out on one site, sold out. Checkout on Best Buy, sold out. Walmart, sold out. Everything was sold out. I went at it for about an hour, continuously trying to get a console. Finally, GameStop allowed me to go through, check out, and pre-order an Xbox Series X. So I'm gonna unbox this here. Excuse me if my voice goes out. I've been a little sick throughout the week. Let's get started. I'm really excited to open this. Gotta make sure you guys don't see my address anywhere. So another dilemma that I currently have is, do I keep this console and just play it, or do I sell it? Because I think they're going for like $800-900 right now. I bought this for about 500 bucks, I think, 550 with taxes. So if I can sell it for 800, I will, because then I can use the extra money towards a PlayStation. Now, I'm not sure if you can just walk into a Walmart, Best Buy and purchase one. I don't know, because of COVID, I don't know if they're even having any in store. I remember when the PlayStation came out a few years ago, PlayStation 4, I walked into Walmart the night of at like 1 a.m. and they had a few left and they just gave me one. So it was really that easy. I don't know if it's gonna be the same thing with these. I don't know what the demand is. From the pre-orders, it seemed like these sold out right away. So I'm assuming there's low stock, but maybe in a few weeks when people are looking for Christmas presents, I might be able to sell it even if I do open it. So we'll see. So I got my return label in case I wanna return it. All right, this is a really heavy box. Honestly, I think it's heavier than other boxes from like PlayStation and Xbox. So let me figure out how to open this. Before I open it, I mean, taking a look at the box, I think it's pretty good. This is the front side right here. Again, I'm sure you've seen 100 of these boxes on unboxings throughout YouTube over the last few weeks. They've got Halo on the back here. And then on the side, they're just showing the console. I know it's flipped upside down, but just showing the console. Now this is the 1 terabyte SSD. I don't know if you can see that at the bottom. And then I believe it also says 4K 120 FPS. I made a video on different TVs that you would need to purchase, or different options for TVs that you can purchase. If you don't have a TV that does 4K 120, you need a TV that has an HDMI 2.1 port. I got the LG Nano 90. I'll link that video in the description so you can take a look at it. But yeah, if you don't have a TV that does 4K 120, I don't really know if it's worth it for you to purchase a next-gen console. But even for people like me who do have a TV that does 4K 120, there's not many games that have that sort of output right now. FIFA 21 has been released about a month ago, and the next gen version is going to be released in a month. So these games aren't even made to have that sort of output yet. But going into 2021, I'm sure everything's gonna get upgraded. So let me figure out how to open this thing. Okay, Don't know if I'm opening this right, but geez, this thing is heavy. I think I'm opening this up backwards. Let me try to do it this way. Yeah, okay, so this side right here should be facing the top, and then you just open it up this way. And there we have it. You got some cool padding, but the main thing that we're worried about or focused on is right here. What do you think? Oh my God, this thing is heavy. Dude, this thing is really heavy. I was not expecting it to be that heavy.
Packaging is small.
Packaging is small, yeah. So, should we open up this first or the additional stuff? I guess let's go with the main thing. Yeah. Okay. So on the bottom you see the stand. If you wanted to lay it sideways, you'd have to change the way that the stand is placed. This is cool little styrofoam padding. Power your dreams. That's cool. What do you think?
Small.
Small? Yeah, it's compact. I mean, it stands upright rather than sitting on the side like the other ones. So my brother didn't even know that there was a new Xbox that was being released. He knew about the PlayStation, but not the Xbox. So this is his actual first impression of this console, in person or whatever it is. So now, one thing that I am a little upset about is the controller on the Xbox Series X is not the best. From all the reviews that I've seen, I've never held it in my hand. This will be my first time holding it in my hand, but compared to the PlayStation, I guess once you have a comparison, once you have something to compare it to, yeah, here, I've got my regular controller right here. This one is definitely heavier, but there's also because there's batteries in here. I mean, it feels a little bit more comfortable in the hands. The joysticks are a little bit smaller, but that's because I've got these on here, so comparison-wise, maybe not the best. Now, there is the additional share button. A lot of people are streaming these days, so this will be important for a lot of people that are streaming. The D-pad has changed. So if you take a look at the D-pad compared to one another, they've changed. Now let me put in the batteries on this one, and then I can see what the weight feels like. The Series X controller is definitely lighter. Definitely lighter. It's got some cool grips here, a little bit different than the Xbox One controller. And then they do have a little bit of a grip on the bumpers here. Now, if you don't know, PlayStation, their DualSense controller, has a crazy new motor, a tactile motor on the bumpers. So when you push down on the button, there's actually a little bit of resistance. Xbox doesn't have that. I don't know if Xbox is going to come out with something like that just because PlayStation did, but in terms of controllers, PlayStation blew out the Xbox. I don't know. I mean, as of right now, I think maybe because I'm used to the Xbox controller, I prefer this one, but this one's good too. Here, okay, so try that one first. Okay, and like click the bumpers. Okay, and then try this one.
Definitely that one.
You like this one better?
Yeah.
This is the original Xbox Xbox One controller, but this one also has these on the joys. So now we've got the HDMI 2.1 cable here. It does say HDMI ultra high speed, so HDMI 2.1 cable should say 2.1 on there. There's a huge fiasco going on in the tech world right now about these cables. So if you were somebody, you know, a generic user, you didn't really know much about HDMI cables, you would think that this cable is the same as a regular HDMI cable, except it's not. This is a 2.1 cable. You need this for the 4K 120. In the box, awesome that Microsoft and PlayStation have them in the box, and then just a regular power cable. Other than that, there's this right here. Just gives you getting started and what to do there, and then they've got the manual. So that's it. That's the Xbox Series X. Now there's no embargoes. This is the official launch of the console. So I'm going to plug it up to my TV and see what it looks like. Again, I don't really have much gameplay for you, so I won't be able to do a reaction just yet, but I'll play around with the console, see what it's like, see what I'd like, what I don't like, and then make another video on that. Now before we plug it up, just want to go over the console and what you see here. So on the front, you've got the power cable or the power button, and then on the bottom, you've got the USB, and then you've got where the CDs go if you do have a CD. On the side, you've got little bumpers in the corner in case you wanted to put it down. Nobody in the YouTube videos, from what I've seen, have talked about how heavy this thing is. Like, this is really, really heavy. If you're a younger kid and you want to transport it from your room to the basement, I can almost guarantee that you will probably drop this because this is really heavy. Now on the back you've got where your power goes. You've got the HDMI output, Ethernet, 2 USBs, and then if you have any sort of expandable storage, and then you've got your Kensington lock as well. And then on the top, if you look head on, you can't really see it. You might not be able to see the green, like the cool green that they show in the pictures and videos when they were releasing this product, but you'll see a really cool fan. And maybe that's why this is so heavy, is because this fan is pretty massive. Or maybe it's the graphics card in there. I don't know why this is so dang heavy. I was not expecting that. So let me plug it up, see what it looks like with the setup. Now if you have a 4K 120 TV, you need to make sure you're plugging in the HDMI into the 4K 120 port. For me, it's ports 3 and 4, not port 1 and 2. So plug it into HDMI 2.1 ports to get the 4K 120, as long as you have a game that can do 4K 120. Okay, so I've got the Xbox plugged up. Now before I say anything, please forgive me for this horrible wire management. I got this TV brand new. It didn't fit the stand that I had, so I've got a random table here. I'm gonna make a stand on my own, hopefully do some of this wire management. Yeah, please just ignore that. I know it looks disgusting. So I'm actually not gonna go through my first impressions of the Xbox launching it and everything after it's been plugged up in this video. I'm gonna make that video right after this one, so you'll just have to wait until the next video to watch that. But yeah, very user intuitive, very easy to set up, and just wait till the next video to see what the setup is like.